What's a folder? I mean, I'm sure you've heard the whole folder versus blocks debate, but I want to take a look at this. When I think about a folder, I know that I can put things inside. But what happens after I do that? What happens after I put something inside of a folder or inside of a folder inside of a folder? There's a lot of clicking that is taking place, but it feels very comfortable. I love folders. They have served their purpose very well in helping us organize things. So then what's a block? And why all the hoopla? I'm going to remind you that I am the furthest thing from a computer programmer, but there's something here I want to touch upon. See, if we take a look at that same folder and instead of having things inside, can I say siloed from everything else, it's harder to see the relationships that what is inside has with what's outside. But in an outliner like Rome, I sort of can. Let me show you. See how the same information is simply displayed instead of siloed. And because each block or bullet point has its own block reference, we may be able to do things that other tools just quite can't. I mean, I could easily just have things as pages too in Rome, which would mimic the traditional folder hierarchy rather easily, but that's sort of the same problem that I saw everyone else doing when attempting to mimic an analog slip box in the digital realm. There's another interesting thing about the blocks that I want to show you. Let's go back to yesterday's work and take a look at the writing. First, let me zoom into the block by clicking on the bullet point. And if I right click on that same bullet point, I can also expand everything out. Whoa, I curse like a sailor, jeez. Anyways, this is what I call the wall of text. I think everything is essential though because it shows how we really think about something. This is the work, and the more work that I can have, the better it is for my future self. See, we want to relieve ourselves of having to remember everything. And some of the hardest parts to offload is how we actually got to an idea or final thought. So this wall of text, because it has a parent block, can easily be collapsible, which doesn't mean much yet. But it does hide what we don't want to see, which essentially gives us the power to hold on to our focus and concentration. It basically says, hidden behind this block is the answer to the question, but it's hidden, out of the way, until we want to open it. And I think they call this scope. And if we simply add a summary to the top like so, then essentially we have everything we need. The question, the answer, and if we want to see how we came to that summary, we can easily open the block to reveal complexity. Let's jump over to the guided writing exercise.